I'm Kerrie Stanley.
And I'm Dolly Diamond.
And welcome to Kerrie and Dolly.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi. Cool, we're in a good mood tonight, aren't we,
really
Doll?
are. We really are. When are we not, though, really?
Well, this is true, but we've
We're
got
very grumpy.
extra spring in our step because...
Oh, we don't know why.
Well, I think everyone knows why, really. Because we've been out and about.
We're in Melbourne,
Yes.
and we watched everyone around Australia go out and do what they do well, which is, enjoy life. And we've been allowed out as well, haven't we?
Yes, it's made such a difference.
Yes.
The vibe is great. Weather's off and on, so what does it
Whatever,
matter?
it's Melbourne, we're used
lovely,
to that.
lovely week.
But we're doing donuts. We've had donuts every day.
I'm glad I've not been eating the donuts.
No, but Melbourne's been getting the
Lots
donuts.
of donuts.
Yes.
So
yes.
everyone's been doing the right thing. It's been lovely to see, and
Yes.
it's the atmosphere is fabulous.
Where are you in the world? We would love a little message. Wherever you are, get on that social media. We're on that as well. If you haven't liked all of our pages, do it now because we'd love that. And send us a little message about where you are, what you're doing, are you going out, where are you watching, who are you with, and who are you doing?
Oh, well, that's a little bit personal.
All
but-
of it.
All right.
Or just a little.
I will save that for the After Dark episode, shall we? The late late
Can't
night.
we mention it? Oh, that's gonna. When is it?
When's the late?
Yes.
We said actually at the beginning it'd be really quite fun to do an after hours, an
Oh.
up late after dark.
Just to be able to be a little bit naughty,
You're down to be a bit naughty.
I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
not let anyone in my bubble in a while.
What's soon to happen though,
I
Tal?
hope so.
No, we mentioned on the socials too, if you don't already know, we are season 1. It's coming to an end
Yes.
soon. This is how we got after tonight. We've got 4 more episodes to go. It's been an amazing experience so far. We're not over yet.
No.
And Kerrie and Dolly are not going
more.
anywhere.
No.
But things will change.
Yeah.
Currently how it's looking, but we've still got 4 more episodes to fill. Lots and lots of.
It was the end of April we began, wasn't it?
Yep.
And look at us now. Nothing is any different. We haven't swapped. We tried it one
We
week,
did.
didn't
We actually did before we went to air one week. Went, let's just jazz
swap,
it up a little.
let's swap.
Let's swap.
Wasn't right.
Completely
Didn't
uncomfortable.
work.
Nope,
Couldn't
didn't
do
work.
it.
Last week we looked a little bit different, didn't
Yes,
we?
it was Halloween.
We had a
wasn't
fun
it?
episode.
Oh, it was lovely.
Great, lots of responses from that too.
Yes.
But we've got a jam-packed episode tonight. Lots of guests lined up and ready to have chats with. But we need to have a little musical number, as we do to start the show. This gorgeous duo, all the way from Wangaratta, just on 18 years of age. So much talent. We loved it. I know you will too. Let's welcome Too Confused.
Yeah, I'm awake now. I see your face now, staring back at me. Look through your page now, got erased now, all the memories. I know it shouldn't be typical for me to feel. I can't help but be jealous of the way you feel. Maybe I just wanna go kiss her lips, 'cause maybe they taste like you. And maybe I just wanna go do all the things that I know you would do. And maybe I just wanna go, just wanna go, just wanna feel the way she did. And maybe I just wanna go kiss her lips, 'cause maybe they taste like you. And maybe I just wanna go. I wanna hold you, I should've warned you how much this will hurt. She takes your hand now, was this your plan now? I just wanna know. I know it shouldn't be typical for me to feel. I can't help but be jealous of the way you feel. Maybe I just wanna go kiss her lips, 'cause maybe they taste like you. And maybe I just wanna go do all the just wanna go, just wanna go, just wanna feel the way she did. And maybe I just wanna go kiss her lips, 'cause maybe they taste like you. And maybe I just wanna go. She tastes like you. 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 I know it shouldn't be typical for me to feel. I can't help but be jealous of the way you feel. Maybe I just wanna go kiss her lips, 'cause maybe they taste like you. And maybe I just wanna go do all the things that I know you would do. And maybe I just wanna go, just wanna go, just wanna feel the way she did. And maybe I just wanna go kiss her lips, 'cause maybe they taste like you. And maybe I just wanna go. She tastes like you. 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 She tastes like you.
They are good,
was
aren't they?
fabulous. What a way to start
Oh,
the show.
I love it.
Get you up and dancing.
I know. Well, I did, but
Well,
my skirt was running right up my
Well, we need to have a chat to these gorgeous, lovely young folk, and they are young, barely
Yes.
18, and so goddamn talented.
know.
We love them so much. So speaking to Holly and Bella all the way in Wangaratta. I say that with a question mark. Are you there, darlings?
Yep.
There they are.
Yay.
They're from.
Oh, and you look, what is that behind you that I notice? Is it all the rainbow?
Yay!
Well, we love that. Now, you are, as we mentioned, and we're all right with it, but you are young. And normally that makes me kind of, well, like that. I'm all right. You are, at the moment, is it exams? What is going on in your world?
Yeah. Well, we've just both finished school. What was it like last?
Yeah,
week?
last week we graduated.
Yeah, we graduated, and now. Well, I still have my exams left to go, but you're all
I'm
done.
done. Yes, all done.
Oh, well done. What a time to be alive
Yes.
doing schooling through all this time. So well done for getting up the other side. But music is what we want to talk about with you two such talented folks. Tell us about being discovered with Triple J on Earth. That was, wow, well done.
Thank you. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, okay. So last year we put our song on Triple J for the first time. Thanks to one of our teachers who actually told us about that. We didn't really know about Unearthed High or any of that, all those competitions. And yeah, we put it on and we got top 7 for 1 week. And yeah, it was pretty good.
Unbelievable,
It
isn't
was
it?
Fantastic.
kind of a shock.
It was a bit of a shock, yes. Absolutely.
Well, I would
Well done.
imagine that you love doing what you do, and when you enter something like that, I mean, we would love everybody to look at what we do, but when it does that well, you must be over the moon.
Yes,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Well, when we went into it, like, just thinking, oh, this is just, like, you know, something to do, and then it, like, has a really good outcome, like, it had.
Yeah.
It was kind of, like, I don't know, we just
It-
didn't
Icing.
expect
It sounds like the
Yes,
icing on the cake. Isn't
yes.
it? So is music something was one of your main subjects at school, and obviously like electronica and so forth, songwriting? Do you play instruments? Tell us a bit more about the process and how you go about getting your music together.
Well, we both, I'm trying to figure out how to answer. Well, we both, like, kind of met and really became friends at school and, like, in our music classes as well, because she plays guitar and sings, and so do I. And so you messaged me one day and you're like, hey, I know this is really random, but, like, do you want to be a band? And I was like, Okay, I guess so.
love that. I love that so much.
That's exactly the way we got
we were friends too.
Yes,
We
I
raised
said,
one
you
show.
can't sing, I can't. I don't play an instrument, you don't. Do you want to get together? And she said, yes.
So moving forward, so you've got this fabulous song. So are you currently writing some new
more on
things?
the way.
What's happening? You need to go out there in the world.
I think we need to get back into it. We've got quite a few songs that we've been planning to release, and we're nearly finished one. So I reckon we should smash it out.
Yes.
Really soon. Just
Smash
very
it out,
hard.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
And when you're done
Yeah.
smash it out and shooting a little clip, you let us know because we
Yes.
would love to get it out to all
We
of our
want
followers
you
as well. And that's really exciting. Well done, the pair of you. Great track. Can't wait to hear more of it. And good luck for your exams, my
Yes.
darling.
Thank
and
you.
And for all your future adventures, you're going to go far.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, aren't they delightful?
Really, really nice. And we're really not that much older than they are, really. You know, if you don't look.
What I do want to have a look at is some messages.
Oh, yes.
You've got a compliment.
Oh,
Green,
brain it.
Gary, thank you. I know you watch us every week. This is Gary. Green is so your colour, Dolly. And you love my earrings. Thank you so much for
Didn't
noticing.
last
You
long
can't.
on me, did we?
I'll get back to you. My new earrings.
I love those.
Aren't they glorious? They're by
Yes.
fabulous Indigenous artist Paul McCann. I found him on Instagram, saw these and went, they are perfect.
Love them.
Well done, Paul. Thank you. I got them yesterday.
Really nice.
Our darling Sydney correspondent Dan's watching. Hello, Dan. And Dan's given you a compliment. Actually, no, it was for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you want to read it out? You can read
Says,
it out.
oh my goodness, she's beautiful, gorgeous lady tonight. Dolly, you look nice too.
Oh, I knew it. Oh, I knew it.
Thanks,
Dan
Charles.
Murphy, why I order.
Big shout out to Lizzie Kirk. Lizzie, I know you're watching all the way over in the UK. I know you tune in every week too. Lizzie just said, just gone back into lockdown. We are thinking of you.
Yes.
We've been through, obviously. I know you're going back through it too. So
Yes. Obviously, everyone in Britain, it's like at least a month, isn't it? Maybe a month, maybe long. We don't know.
Yep.
But we, the way we did it was every day. You got to motivate yourself. If you're able, try to do a live streaming show from where you live.
you could start with twice a week, as we did.
Yeah, which would be too much. Then you get angry with everybody, and then you go to work. No, all the best. We know it isn't easy, but at the end of it, life's a little bit better because you get through it. And that's what you
And
do.
Jim's also watching from Vancouver. So hi, Jim. So yeah. Anyway, we're here for the next month.
Yes.
Until December 3rd is our last show, but we'll be here every
With
Thursday.
us, we need a little bit of Judy in our lives. Judy's got a bit of a double act tonight with somebody new.
Oh, who might that
Yes.
be?
Ashton and Judy in the newsroom.
Judy Kelly from Joy News with an optimist bent on what's making news this week. The city of Sydney is planning to build a permanent rainbow pathway, commemorating the 3rd anniversary of Australia's marriage equality legislation. The 90-metre path will be painted over an existing footpath in the recently renamed Equality Green in Prince Albert Park in Surrey Hills. Sydney Lord Mayor Clover Moore says the path will represent both the progress made towards equality and the long way to go before LGBTIQ communities are free of discrimination. Trans Awareness Week begins next week, during which transgender people and their allies take action to support the trans and gender diverse communities through education, celebration, advocacy and sharing stories. Minus 18 are one of the community organisations offering resources and events online to educate about the issues facing the transgender community and provide training on how to be a trans ally. The week concludes on Transgender Day of Remembrance on November 20th. And finally, for now, a rainbow wave in the US 2020 elections, with 17 LGBTQ plus candidates winning seats, 2 in Congress and the rest at state level in the Senate or House of Representatives. The list includes 6 black people, 4 transgender people, including 1 trans person of colour, 1 Latino, 1 Afro-Latinx member of Congress, 1 Native American and 1 non-binary Muslim person. The list also represents 16 Democrats and 1 Republican. Former spokesperson for the Human Rights Campaign, Sarah McBride, made history as the first transgender person to serve as state senator after winning 73% of the vote in Delaware's 1st district. I'll be back a little later with more from Joy News.
Great. Thanks, Judy.
Wonderful.
And lovely to see Ashton doing it. Normally he does our songs, and it's lovely to
Yes.
see him do the news.
Did very well with Judy. Judy we love, and well done. Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of news,
Yes.
it is no secret that we are massive fans of ABC News Breakfast. Well, I've been there for 8 years working on the program, and we love the show in itself.
We do.
Absolutely. But we are super thrilled. We've kept her up. Normally, well, you know, she'd be asleep by now, running and co-hosting ABC News Breakfast in the morning. We're not going to keep her any longer. The fabulous Lisa Millar. Hello, darling.
Hello, you two darlings. I can't believe that it's taken this long for you to actually ask me on the program.
Oh, we just, you know.
we're in trouble already.
You know, I guess because we just wanted to be really warmed up for it. You know,
we needed to be ready.
You girls are so warmed up. You've gone off. Sorry.
Well, yes, we've heard that. You look lovely.
Well, considering, darling, you've been up since.
Yes.
And it's, you know, this time of night, it's way past your bedtime. So thanks for hanging in.
Oh, well, I wanted to go to some effort because when I watch you both, and I try to watch you as often as I can before I have to go to bed, you always just look so glamorous. So I thought, okay, I better pull out the pink lippy, find something bright and Queenslandy, you know, not Melbourne, not dark, and pulled out some flash earrings. And I think it's probably been about a year since I've actually put this shirt on. I had to blow the dust off the shoulder.
Wow. Now, I don't think anybody knew that you were from Queensland.
It's not like you bragged about it enough.
Oh, you've never mentioned it, has she? Well, why wouldn't you? Why would you not bloody well mention it? We love it up there, don't we?
Yeah, I'm from there.
You are.
Yeah.
Yes. And what I wanted to ask now, I know we've got to be very careful with this as women. We're always a little bit. But is the main reason that you haven't worn it because it wasn't as gorgeous as it is now? And I mention that because you are looking wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I haven't worn it because it's one of my fancy going out clothes and I haven't been out anywhere.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, well, there you go. Now, darling, we don't want to give you. This is not a hard-hitting interview. We save that for News Brekkie. But
I brought Abraham Lincoln along.
Did he win?
He's trying.
Now, honey, we are giving you a break from that other palaver going on, you know, across the continents.
Yes.
So tell us about Fair Share. We know that you're doing some massive amounts of walking for it, but we want to know all about a bit of everything. Tennis, playing, everything. Tell us what is involved with your team that you're doing.
So it's called the Footsteps Challenge because Fair Share is this charity that operates kitchens where they get food that would otherwise go to waste from supermarkets and farmers and wholesalers, and the volunteers drive around, pick up all the food that might have been chucked out, and they create thousands of meals that go to women's refuges and homeless shelters. And so the chefs themselves walk about 15 kilometres a week in their kitchens, just going from one bench to another. You know what it's like. And anyway, so the challenge is for people to try and raise money and to walk as many kilometres as they can. So I've signed up to walk 100 kilometres in 15 days.
Wow.
So,
Yeah,
currently
that is
in the
a
middle
lot.
of that.
That is a lot.
That's amazing.
And
Well,
is it only walk or do you run a little?
Well, I run a little bit, but I did find it was easier when I took the high heels off.
Yes.
Now, Lisa, I would imagine you get asked to support many charities, being a high-profile person. What drew you to this one in particular?
I just think this year, of all years, the number of people who are in distress and needing meals has doubled from the previous year. And, you know, sometimes when you feel a bit crappy, as some people have done so in 2020, you then turn around and do something for other people. You guys have created this show and you are putting smiles on people's faces and you've done it for so long and it's wonderful. And I just wanted to try and find a way that I could give back a little. So that's what I'm doing. So, you know, if people want to support me, they can go on to the Fair Share website and find Lisa Miller's team and chuck in a couple of bucks, and that would be grateful. But I appreciate the time to tell you two about it.
Oh, but
Yeah.
we love
I was gonna say,
that.
Lisa-
We learn more about you
Absolutely.
as well.
And your team is doing so well. I know you initially had a goal of $7,000. You know you've almost cracked that at $6,700.
Oh, wow. And we've still got many days to go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll pop all that information up in our show notes as well, so people can get onto it to follow you because
Right.
it's a great.
Now,
Oh, here we go.
What is it like without Michael? Is it wonderful? Are you loving every minute of it?
Well, yesterday I had the couch entirely to myself. I didn't have Michael or David, and I must say I got quite comfortable. No,
Yes.
they're great. They're both fantastic. It's so wonderful, the team, because everyone's just happy and smiley, even though there's a lot of stress, especially this week. There was that big story that we're not going to mention.
Yes.
No,
Well, no,
no.
we must a little. What is it like in there? It must, it must be exhausting.
Not too bad, actually, because, Kerrie goes and delivers the coffee after she's made me look fabulous. She's always running around madly, sort of helping us out. And I don't know, look, it's incredible what a difference it makes when people come in with a great attitude and just think, you know what, we've got 4 hours of live television to do, so let's just get on with it.
Yeah, now, was it the ratings? What was...
Oh, good ratings.
I believe that they might have been the winning rating.
No, so
Very
they
nice.
tell me how amazing. That was for yesterday, which is so wonderful. It means, when there's a big news story, people are switching on the ABC.
Yes.
And that's a really lovely feeling.
Now,
Well, they've been doing well anyway, haven't
well,
you?
amazing, because it's an amazing team. Of course,
Yes.
we're a little bit biased.
Oh,
but look, of course, Lisa, I don't know if many of our viewers knew that you were a foreign correspondent that lived over there for many years.
Yeah.
So seeing it, from through, I know we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but
No.
this is your domain too. Like, it's, as much as it's a really story, but it's pretty gritty, and it's kind of like politicians' Christmas, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I lived in America for 9 years. I don't think I've lived anywhere else for that length of time, not even in Australia anywhere.
No, not Queensland.
Maybe Gympie when I was growing up. I love just saying that word, Gympie. When I
Gympie.
moved to America, actually, the customs guys looked at my passport when I first arrived and they said, "Oh, Gympie, is that where the Gimps are from?" And I thought it was hilarious.
Little do they know what a gimp actually is. But
No, one of my best mates is from Gympie that was in Melbourne and now lives in London. Nuts, my lesbian minder. And yes.
Small world.
I know, isn't
all the best
it?
people come from North Queensland.
Well,
Across the pond.
all right. And now, well, it's not my last question, but I would like your honest answer. What have you learnt, and what is it like working with this amazing woman?
Oh, I thought you were going to give me a dig then, but
No.
okay, here we go.
No,
You
no,
don't know
no.
what I'm going to say yet.
No.
Girlfriend. Kerrie always turns up early.
Yes.
If the door opens at 5 to 4 in the morning, I know it's Kerrie.
Oh,
She always turns up with a smile on her face.
Yeah.
I'll be there
Yeah.
tomorrow morning, Dal, at 5 to 4.
With
so-
a smile.
Yeah.
With a smile and some pickle instead on.
She could do some awesome things with a curling iron.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit rude, actually.
Oh, Lisa.
Oh, yeah. No, but I know what you
Thank
mean,
you.
and it makes a real difference, doesn't it? When you're, we're only on once a week, but I live in this area, and I need that. Not to put me that rudely, but I need that young lady with me to lift me as well, and I would imagine that's what you love.
Well, I'm a bit disappointed though, because I do come in most mornings and sing her a bit of a song. And I know you have a lot of wonderful musicians on
Yes.
the program. People are so creative, have beautiful voices,
She's
can play the piano really well.
Here we go.
This is the song that I sing. I'm not going to sing it, but this
No, yeah, you are. Go on.
is no.
Yeah.
just like
me.
They long
long to be close to you.
The problem is Kerrie changes the words because
Really?
Marge Simpson did a version of this.
Yes, she did.
And
do you know that version?
No.
Why do birds suddenly appear over there, over here? Anyway, that's it.
Amazing.
She destroys my beautiful singing voice at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's
and it
lovely.
really disappoints me.
Oh, well, if it's up there with your keyboard playing, then
You're
like
better
my
than that,
word.
Miss Lisa. And we
Yes,
know
but I
you.
just had to very quickly download the notes about 10 minutes ago.
You did very well.
Well,
very
thank
well.
you. We are
Yes.
suitably impressed. There is no end to your talents. You're pretty mean with a tennis racket
Oh,
too. So
yes.
yeah.
I want to know, is there anyone, and I mean this, is there anyone you'd really love to interview?
I'd love to interview Boy George.
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
He's always been on my list. I was an 80s, music fan. As far as I'm concerned, music ended at the end of the 80s.
Right.
And Boy George has always been on my list. Yeah.
Well, I would
wow.
imagine
Did
he's
you have to-
over a lot, isn't he? You know,
Yes.
the voice. and
What about
everything.
Adam Ant? Adam Ant? I quite liked Adam Ant too. Now I'm going back way back.
Oh, no, I'm almost old enough to remember that.
Close, darling.
Yes.
It's
All
good-
right,
it's
my
good
darling.
saying it's a moisturiser, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the secret.
Oh, yes.
And good
yes.
lighting, always. Now, darling, we've got to let you go to
We
bed.
love you.
You got a cracker of a morning tomorrow, of course, another massive show.
Yes.
Speaking to Rolly over in the States as well. It's never ending, this story.
And is it going to be Biden?
I think so at
Yes.
this stage, but it's
Yeah.
going to be very close, far
Yeah.
closer than they would have liked it to have been. The
Oh,
Democrats.
yes.
And that's the end of our political talk.
All right. All right.
Darling, I'll see you in the morning.
Okay,
Yes.
bye.
Bye!
Oh,
God, that was so much fun.
what a lovely, lovely lady.
Yep.
You want to know what Lisa Millar is like? That is what that lady's like.
And then you just watch her on News Breakfast, smart to boots.
Yes,
Um,
and everyone at News Breakfast, Mads is amazing.
Yes.
Nate, George.
Hi, Georgie. I see that you're watching.
Only
Lovely.
one we have an issue with is Michael Rowland, and he's coming back from America. God knows what he's going to be like. The
He'll-
attitude is going to be outrageous.
Oh, he'll be in quarantine for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
So,
well,
you know.
it will be long enough, maybe. He's not peeing on, is he?
No.
No, maybe one of the last episodes.
Oh, perhaps.
you
I know he's itching. He's keen.
Is he? Well, that's none of my business.
Right. Enough of venereal diseases.
Oh, in case you weren't there, we're now there. All right. Talking of which, no.
And
We
compose.
will segue now.
Yes.
You may or may not know of all the Queen's men. They've got a wonderful, wonderful reputation, haven't
Yeah,
they?
it's a fabulous community group. We
Yes.
want to hear all about it. So let's run a little bit of a clip, shall we?
Hi, my name is Tristan,
Hi, I'm Beck.
and together we are All the Queen's Men, and you are here at the LGBTI Elders Dance Club, which is a social event for LGBTI elders, people over 65, and their allies, the whole rainbow community. It's a monthly dance club where we offer a free event for people to come to be part of, a chance to connect, a chance to be together, and a chance to drink fabulous champagne.
Maybe have a cheeky dance.
So what we hope is that this is an offer of building community. It's very specific in terms of who's here, and so for us it's important to be able to do something over a long period of time with a group of people who together through Dance Club are able to feel connected, feel part of a community, and not feel so socially isolated as well.
Life's still good for me, thank you, Tristan. And thanks, Beck. These are lovely dances.
Oh, Oh, wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah,
I reckon we'd love that.
It was
wouldn't
lovely
we?
hearing about them too. I know Dean did a little story of them when
Yes.
everything was going virtual.
Yeah.
But we need to hear a little bit more about it, don't we?
We do, and the ideal way to do that is to go live now to the one and only Tristan Meecham.
Hello, Kerrie. Hello, Dolly. How are you doing?
Oh,
we
we're
are
really well,
Very
aren't
well,
we?
thank you.
Really
Yourself,
well.
how's things going in your neighbourhood?
Look, it's been a big year, but we are definitely coming to the end of 2020, and we're pretty excited about what's happening in 2021, aren't we?
Yes, yes, yes.
think
No,
we
I
will.
don't think that's the best answer we've ever had.
Yeah.
That we are, it's nearly over, it's nearly over.
Let's get to next year.
Now, it wouldn't have been easy, would it, when you've got a live event like you two and to go online with it? What was that like?
Well, we were pretty keen to continue the wonderful LGBTI Elders Dance Club. We have been going since 2016 every month, and we've now said, come rain, come shine, come COVID, come no COVID, LGBTI Elders Dance Club will be up and running. It was pretty tricky. We took a little bit, the first few digital dance clubs were a little bit not so great. But over the last 6 months, we've done over 25 events for people all around Australia.
Oh, fantastic.
That is awesome.
And I
isn't
guess
it?
like so many organisations that have had to, the word pivot, and get online, but it's the great thing about that too is it's opened it up to everybody.
Yeah, the world. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Kerrie and Dolly. What we've now found is that there's so many wonderful people who couldn't travel to the Spiegel tent to come and dance with us every month, and now are logging in and are connecting across Victoria, across Australia, and even internationally now. We have people in Scotland, Hong Kong, Finland, all signing in, and it ends up being a beautiful community for
Yeah.
one and all.
Now, a young man like you, what made you want to come up with all of this?
Well, these events are really about celebrating our elders and making sure that we create a space for everybody. Even though we call it the Elders Dance Club, let's be honest, it's the social event of the month for everybody.
Yeah.
But really just about acknowledging that a lot of the, privileges that we've all inherited are because of those that have come before. So we want to make sure that we create a truly intergenerational community, one that has great champagne, great catering and great parties for one and all.
Fabulous.
It's really us, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean, that
we
is
definitely need to
us,
get along
us.
to the next live one for sure.
Yes.
Tristan, do you actually come from a dance background? Is that why that piqued your interest into forming or getting involved with all the Queen's Men?
I'm definitely not the dancer. I'm the sitter and the gossiper and the drinker of champagne. All the things
Us
done.
again,
I
us again,
your
yeah.
honesty.
You both understand that as an art form. But Beth Reed, my collaborator, my partner in crime, is the exceptional dancer that leads us through everything from a cha-cha-cha to a wonderful waltz. We're really in great hands. But what's really important is people can come and enjoy the event. They don't have to dance if they want. They can sit on the sidelines, gossip, point, and watch all the wonderful people that are dancing in our centre stage as well.
Oh, I love it. What is on the way? What would you, when this is all over, the nightmare of this year, what is on the way?
Well, we have decided that we're going to continue doing Digital Dance Club throughout 2021, as well as the live events. Simply because it means people that are in their homes or feeling isolated can still come in and have a moment of dancing in their living rooms. We'll obviously get over the 2020 year that was, but we'll continue to do these wonderful events. And maybe even a little Kerrie and Dolly first. Early in 2021, we will bring back the wonderful Coming Back Out Ball,
Oh, yes.
online
Yes.
event. So people will be able to watch it from the comfort of their own living rooms in 2021.
I mean, then in a way, that's been a good thing
Yes.
to come out of all of this, isn't it?
And I imagine so many new and beautiful, wonderful relationships, friendships have come out of this fabulous organisation, Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. People are really meeting, and now we've started Digital Dance Club and the Coming Back Out Ball with the National Theatre of Scotland. It's about to start in Hong Kong, and so what's beautiful now is that elders are becoming friends across the 7 seas. They're writing letters to each other. They're dancing in Zooms. National Theatre of Scotland have also been doing, in partnership with Eden Court and the Luminate Festival, their own digital dance clubs. So we Skype in at 11 p.m. and do a dance to connect with elders at 2 p.m. in Scotland and vice versa. It's becoming a really beautiful international community as well.
I love
That's absolutely marvellous.
Yes,
Yeah.
and are you all right? Do you drink at each of these events?
Oh, I certainly do. You can drink as well. Usually we would provide champagne for everyone to enjoy, but we haven't been able to Uber champagne to everyone in their own houses yet. But we'll consider that from when we're back together in person.
Yes.
Well, Tristan, it's such a fabulous organisation and community group. And the fact that
Well
you've gone
done.
international, congratulations to you and Beck. And we look forward to seeing what prevails next year.
More!
Thank you so much, both, and thank you for all that you've done this year. I know we're all a bit sad that Kerrie and Dolly are coming to an end, but you have been such a pinnacle of the community throughout these last 6 months. So thank you for everything that you've all done, and the team behind the scenes.
Yeah, you
Thank
are.
you.
You are lovely.
Thank you. It's such a great concept. I love it. And I love that, it's going broader than this, smaller place. It's international now, and how fabulous. Love
Really
it.
lovely, and a genuine lovely man, isn't
Yeah,
he?
great.
Really nice.
Great conversation.
Yes.
You know who we need to chat to?
Another genuinely lovely man.
Yes, this is true, but you said that very...
I'm doing my best.
You're doing all the acting. All right, we need to cross to our very own community darling, Dina Kerrie. Hello, darling Dean.
What's he wearing?
Hello, Kerrie and Dolly.
Oh, look at you.
Last
darling.
week was Uncle Fester, but look at this.
Ooh, glam
I've got my
white
glam
show.
on.
You got your glam on. I know you've always wanted a Kerrie Stanley headpiece, and you got one, didn't you?
I did. It's beautiful, Kerrie.
I don't usually use the word fascinated, but that... In fact, I never use that word fascinated.
No,
but that,
well, they're not.
Well, no, that's pretty marvellous. It looks great for you, Dal. I had to go, well, you gave me the brief of camp, and that's where I went.
Camp and colourful, and you certainly know how to deliver.
It is delicious.
You look gorgeous, darling. Have you had a lovely week, honey?
I am. Look, we've all been getting out and about, reconnecting, getting out in the sun. Sometimes a little rain, sometimes a bit more sun. But it's been wonderful to switch things up, hasn't it?
Lovely.
Yes,
Yep.
Melbourne. Everybody lives in Melbourne. It's always that way, isn't it? Rain and wind. It's snowing tomorrow, but we're out.
Exactly. And that's what I'm touching on a bit today. Last week, I touched on in my Community Darling segment about what it was like for people on that first day. This week, I'm touching base with some businesses in our communities, specifically a couple of bars, because everyone seems to think like things are back to normal, but it's not business as usual. So I decided to find out what it's like for them and what it can be like for us and what we can learn from that.
Fantastic.
Right.
Fantastic.
We're
Radio,
ready.
darling, we need to hear all about it.
Let's do it.
People around Melbourne have started getting used to the new normal, as restrictions have begun easing, allowing many businesses to open and for all of us to physically connect in ways we haven't been able to for months. The biggest surprise, of course, was for many businesses who didn't think they were going to be able to open their doors until December, and are now starting to trade, following health guidelines and regulations, of course.
It was quite a shock. We expected something, but we were thinking maybe further down the track in November. And I think a lot of businesses kind of freaked out. And then we really got the confidence from dealing with someone from DHHS. And we were just able to really go, okay, cool, this is what it means. There was a bit of confusion about, were we limited in tables outside and all that sort of thing. It was like, no, as many tables as we can fit outside, up to our square meterage so we can fit 45 people in. We've actually kind of transformed the beer garden a bit by putting all these tables and stools out there, making it a nice seated area, and it's quite a good little atmosphere out here now.
The Laird opened for trade on Thursday, but did a private dry run on Saturday night, so they could not only figure out how the regulations would work, but troubleshoot any problems that could arise.
We worked with the right people and got a lot of the advice from the right people, so it gave us the confidence to do that dark opening on the Saturday and really test out our area the way that we'd mapped it out, seated tables, our entry. 45 people is nowhere near what we'd usually have in the beer garden, maybe on a Sunday. So it was very much doable with, just getting the bar staff, the one person to do the bar, having me on the door and things like that, and having our person going around and wiping everything and doing all the sanitisation that needs to be done. So yeah, it worked really well. It was smooth, and it was just really lovely to hear that. Later in the night, I could just hear the chatter. I was down the end of the alley at the check-in spot, and to hear the chatter and laughter come down, it was quite foreign. It was a little bit, I did tear up a little bit, but it was kind of foreign, and then I realised this is just people having fun again, out mingling and things. It was really good. Stand up, mask on, no drinking, sit down, mask off, drinking. It's quite simple. And just common sense with things like if you need to go to the toilets and you notice there's some people waiting, then you just wait a little bit longer. At the bar as well, you know, we don't want too many people lining up, so we've got the marked out areas where people can stand. So just wait a couple of minutes, and it's only 45 people. You'll get your turn to go and get a drink.
Things are a little bit different for businesses without an outdoor space, but Pride of Our Footscray have soldiered on, opening up this week.
As soon as we closed, we didn't know whether it was going to be a month or 3 months or 6 months. But this barman just started painting all the walls and then painted the floor. So the place looks amazing. Like last week when Dan said the good news and, you can go back and you can open tomorrow, we still had a heap to do. So the rooms are very separate, so we can have 20, but that main beautiful stage room is quite big. So we had a capacity crowd of 10 in this giant room last night, which was just remarkable to see. But it's such an unusual experience. You're basically getting a private drag show for 10 people in this big space, and it's just surreal. Like, it's just another 2020 story. We weren't allowed to bring back drag queens this week. You're not allowed to have any performing arts yet. So we had Aurora privately by herself in a karaoke room, and then we broadcast Aurora to both of the rooms, all on Zoom, all zoomed within the venue. There's a lot of goodwill involved and humour, and everyone had a good night.
Indoor restrictions are way too much for us to even bother doing inside at the moment, because it means it would have to be a separate bar to outside, it would have to be separate bar, separate toilet, separate entry, and that's a whole lot of, you know, stuff to do just to have 10 people inside the bar. So we're sticking with the beer garden for the first month at least, or if things change on the 8th.
But everyone and every business isn't sharing the excitement of others of being able to open this week, because not everyone can. Depending on what your business is or the size of it, the limitations of the number of people that you can have within your space while open have made it impossible for some businesses to even do that, open their doors. Not every business is able to get access out on the street to be able to organise drinking during summer. And for many of us, even though they've pivoted in this tough time, they honestly don't know if they're going to be able to make it to the end of the year. So it's not over yet.
I know that most of Melbourne is grateful to see some of their favourite haunts open, but for a lot of us, including the 86, we're not open because we can't open and run this venue for 10 people inside. And I don't think the community really have to step up here. I think, in all honesty, the community has been wonderful. Those in the area of Fitzroy have made themselves available to come and support our little pop-up here and have shared our posts online, and the community have been great. But right now we need some help from the bureaucrats, from state government and local council to think outside the square and go above and beyond to help our business survive, because getting through this summer is going to be really hard without the bureaucrats on board and really going above and beyond to ensure the longevity of venues such as the 86 and so many other venues that are falling through the cracks.
For us, for Pride, we survive with people buying, t-shirts or caps or beanies, bingo tickets every week or every couple of weeks, and we survive just on that community support, little donations for 6 months, which was just an incredible effort, because we're still pretty new. We only had 2 years, so we closed at a very vulnerable time. Our great community kept us alive for 6 months, and then it was getting very difficult, and then the government stepped in and basically saved us with a grant. Like, coming back last night, we felt very blessed and fortunate to be back, and we wouldn't have been back unless our community had supported us for the 6 months to enable us to even be there to get the government grant. So yeah, the community support has been remarkable, and I hope that all the venues within their communities are going to get that, especially if they can get some people in front of a stage next week or the week after, hopefully. So it's easy to say, but I hope that everybody holds on and has time for people to come and provide that support.
Hi, I'm Kate Lefoe, the creator and director of the Wicked Women series. Wicked Women is all about Australia's first lesbian erotica magazine and the love story that started it all.
And I'm Hayley Adams, the producer of Wicked Women.
It's a story about true and unconventional love. It's a story about a radical magazine, a movement, and a defining moment in Australia's lesbian history.
So, why are we telling you all this? Because we need your help to finish raising the funds for the first 2 episodes of our series. We're running this fundraising campaign with the Australian Culture Fund Match That program, which means the first $10,000 that we raise will be doubled. Even better, every donation over $2 is tax deductible.
Our pilot episodes are all about how our heroes fall in love in a rundown Redfern share house and how together they start Australia's first lesbian erotica magazine.
Join us to tell this incredible story of wicked women by donating today.
Thank you so much for your support.
Oh, we're ready, aren't we?
Are you a wicked woman,
I've
darling?
been known.
I
bet they are, though.
Well, we need to hear all about it. So speaking with Hayley, producer, and Kate, the writer-director of Wicked Women, the series. Hello, ladies.
Hi, lovely to meet you both.
Hello, and you. And we want to know all about it.
Yes, we do. I think it's a great story. Yes. How did it come about? How did this land in your lap?
I was actually on a visit to the Australian Gay and Lesbian Archives, and I was there on a excursion as part of a Midsummer Arts program, and Nick Henderson had laid out all of this incredible material from the archives, including the magazines of Wicked Women and Lisa's art journals, and I just thought they were incredible, and I wondered why I hadn't heard the story of Wicked Women before. And so from there I reached out to Lisa and to Jasper, and then started interviewing them over the last 3 years and all of their old friends and lovers. So I've heard all of the stories from that time. And then we've taken that all of the research together with a team of writers and then shaped it into an 8-part dramatic web series.
Oh, that sounds absolutely
amazing. And they are going to be moving into the Pride Centre, I believe, aren't they?
The Gay Lesbian Archives.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be incredible.
Oh, that must be. Is there anything in there that you thought, oh, we better not do that? Was it a bit racy, you know?
Lots of it was a bit racy. Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't share those parts.
But you will with us. You will with us.
Well, you will when it's going to go into the web series. And of course, we know, like, for any great production, it costs a lot of money to do, and any great storytelling that needs to be told needs to be done well. And I guess that's why, you're doing the crowdfunding to get it up and running. How's that going so far?
Yeah, it's been really interesting. We launched just a few days ago on the Australian Cultural Fund, and we're at about 45% now. So it's been really successful for us. So yeah, we're definitely getting there. It's showing us that that audience is out there and they're really interested in this story. So we're feeling really good so far. Yeah.
And you go. I
was going to say, we've had a lot of people who remember going to the Miss Wicked events in Sydney and in Melbourne, and who read the magazine, who are just delighted that, the story is going to be told to a younger audience.
Yes.
So many great stories.
You must know people that entered
It's interesting. I'm not sure. I wasn't in Melbourne in those times. How long did the magazine actually run for?
It ran from 1988 to 1996.
Yeah, wow.
And I would imagine that that story could easily remain just archival. Getting it out there, no wonder everybody wants to, add a few dollars. We want those stories out there. They're our stories, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a really inspirational story, and I think it's still very relevant for us today. And, Lisa and Jasper were really into the ideas of queer coalition, which is, 30 years ago, and here we are still working on the ideas of queer coalition. So I think they were really before their time.
Yes. I love it. Now, are we in this?
Well, what's the casting process like?
We are willing to do most.
We can do all the acting. I look good in leather.
Yes, I look good when I'm not wearing it.
Yeah. Have you got a pair of chaps?
No. But I do know some who do. Well, look, ladies, it's really important storytelling. Like Dolly was saying, we need to have those out in the open. It's great work that you're doing. Of course, it does cost money to do it. We hope that you get everything that you need and more. Yeah. And we wish you all the best with it. And we cannot wait to watch it. Actually, to audition for it and to watch it.
Yes.
We'll be in touch when the auditions are out.
Oh, that's a gentle no. Well done, ladies. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh. Well, now more than ever do we need to be involved with that, because each and every year on World AIDS Day, normally we're at the Positive Living Centre if you're in Melbourne, and Luke Gallagher MCs that event, and it is absolutely wonderful. He's been doing that for many, many years, and some wonderful other performers, John Jackson and Rachel Dunham, the Melbourne Gay Lesbian Chorus, all the lovely Colin doing everything, and we would love it if you jumped on the website and maybe had a little look at someone you'd like to honour with some very special words. It's easy to do. The website address is there with our very good mates at Thorn Harbour.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Yeah. What a lovely way. That's, we will remember them, and I think that's a wonderful way to do it.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, right.
Talking of the Melbourne Gay Lesbian Chorus, we've got a number from them right now.
Fabulous.
We love them. And really, they've been a part of the community in Melbourne, in Australia, for a long, long while. And this is an absolutely gorgeous number from them.
Well, I woke up to the sound of silencer cars. We're cutting like knives in a fist fight. And I found you with a bottle of wine, your head in the curtains, so hot like the 4th of July. You swore and said we are not shining stars. This I know, I never said we are. Though I've never been through hell like that, I've closed enough windows to know you can never look back. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on. Carry on, carry on. So I met up with some friends in the edge of the night at a bar on 75. And we talked and talked about how our parents will die, all our neighbors and wives. But I'd like to think I can cheat it all to make up for the times I've been cheated on. And it's nice to know when I was left for dead, I was found and now I don't roam these streets. I am not the ghost you want of me. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on.
Judy Kelly with more from Joy News. Work on the Victorian Pride Centre has ramped up following the easing of COVID-19 restrictions in Melbourne. Construction on the site is now at 85%, with some of the more detailed work underway both internally and externally. The latest update from the VPC predicts the building should be at practical completion by next month and ready for the next step, which is preparing to start moving resident organisations into their new home. An LGBTIQA+ health podcast has been recognised with an award from the Community Broadcasting Association of Australia. QR Code on 3CR was named Best Radio Programme in the Talks category at the 2020 CBAA Awards. The 8-part series was designed to give queer people a voice and provide an information forum as it explored diverse and intersectional topics on queer health and health outcomes. And finally, prior to this week's US election, an eccentric poll of US voters was conducted by YouGov and The Daily Show TV programme. The results gave no indication of who might win the election, but it did reveal which of the presidential candidates would be better at basic chores. Joe Biden was trusted over Donald Trump to carve a turkey dinner, assist with tax returns, and even help get over a breakup. However, Trump was preferred when it came to recording a rap song, mixing a cocktail, or setting up an online dating profile. I've been Judy Kelly, and that's the latest from Joy TV News. Now it's back to Kerrie and Dolly.
Great. Thanks,
Wonderful,
Judy. Ashton,
yes.
love it.
What a team.
That's very exciting about the Pride Centre.
Yes.
Yes, we cannot wait to go for a little visit in there whenever that can happen. I know, it's like, ooh, because of course we've Kerrie and Dolly have got some events coming up next year that will be done out of the Pride Centre. So
it'd be lovely.
We're very excited about that.
Yeah, we want to move in. I don't want to live here anymore. Ruined.
Burn the cat.
Oh, we are thrilled to be able to end tonight with a lovely chat with the one and only Spiro Economopoulos, the man that goes right around the world to get all the movies for MQFF. He joins us right now. Are you there, my love?
Hello, how are you?
Oh,
thank you for having me on.
Really
very well.
we?
I was just going to say straight off the bat, I just want to say thank you to MQFF for all of the Kerrie and Dolly love that you give us each and every week.
Yes.
With sharing our posts and commenting on it and everything like that. So I just want to say thank you so much. We love your support.
Thank you to Kerrie and Dolly for being on the air and continue on through this year that is 2020 that I never want to speak about again.
I wonder if anybody's going to make a movie of it. I mean, would you want to watch that? And then you disaster movies,
Yeah,
you wonder, don't you?
Get ready for 2 years of pandemic love stories, basically.
Yes. Now, you are a very busy man. We mention each and every week that everybody that we know has had to come up with new ways of doing what they do. What about you?
Well, yes. Well, we've obviously got MQFF Interrupted coming up in a couple of weeks from the 19th of November to the 30th. And I mean, this last year has been a huge learning curve for MQFF in terms of adapting to the new normal for the time being, and definitely for the time being, and finding a way to kind of work through this. And it's been a really interesting experience for us, and a lot of learnings, but great for us to be able to kind of keep connecting with our audience, our community, and continuing to put on queer cinema as well.
Yeah. I mean, MQFF is such a big part of our community. So, I mean, as you said, we still need to remain connected to us all. But of course, now going online, like so many businesses and communities, we keep talking about this, a way to reach a greater audience, which is wonderful, especially for movies, because goodness knows we're streaming everything.
Exactly. And I think, obviously the MQFF members and community is it's all about getting together in spaces, isn't it? It's all about socializing together. And so that was our big challenge, really, about how do we do this and keep connected to everyone. And I think we were really lucky that we have a really great dedicated audience that sort of have been coming to the screenings online, and we've been able to show the films. I think the biggest tragedy of March was not the cancellation, but the fact that we weren't going to be able to show these really great movies, and now we have found a platform for everyone to see these films, because they don't all often end up on streaming services everywhere. This could be your only chance to see them.
Yeah. And you work at least a year in advance, is that about right?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So, we're working, it's like a year's worth of work goes into those, 12 days. And so, I personally was just really happy that we were able to find a way to, show the films and get them in front of people's eyeballs.
Yeah, fantastic. And of course, we don't have a crystal ball as to how things are going to look in 2021, but hopefully cinemas are going to be up and running, COVID safe, of course, however that looks. And I guess you'll be, wonderful that you're doing the MQFF Interrupted, but of course you must be looking forward to next year as well.
We are. I mean, I think my favourite part of the festival really is that kind of engagement with the audience, and I love movies. I love talking about them with people afterwards, and just being in that kind of space and the energy of it is really fantastic. So I hope we can kind of find a way to replicate that. And very excitingly, with MQFF Interrupted, we are doing a drive-in screening, which is awesome. So it's going to be the first in-person MQFF event since March. So we're really, really thrilled about that. So that's happening.
Dolly, you can come on your bicycle.
Dolly, I'll be with you. I don't have a car either, so I'll ride along with you.
I'll always find someone who can drive me home. Don't worry. Yeah. Don't you worry.
We'll walk down the aisles. We'll find someone.
Yeah.
That sounds fabulous.
Roll me down the aisles like an old jaffa.
Well, Spiro, that sounds
You are
absolutely fantastic. And we wish you all the best for the Interrupted season. And of course, can't wait to get back in person to see all those fabulous films that you bring us each and every year. Thanks for chatting with us.
Well done. Thank you so much.
Love MQFF. Fabulous.
Very much, yes. And, we'll be watching, won't we?
Yep, sure will be. Well, great episode, Dolly.
Oh, what a night. We will be back next week, though.
Yes, we've got a very special guest, the Governor of Victoria.
The Honourable Linda Dessau is joining us, and we are ready for that. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yes,
and what a wonderful woman.
We get to go outside and get to go to Government House.
Oh.
So that's very, very special. Cannot wait for that one.
Not online.
No.
No. It's
no.
We went.
In the flesh.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Thank you so much for joining us. Wherever you've been watching, we really appreciate it. Send us a message. Show us your love. We love you. Thank you. We will see you next week.
Night.